Mr. Weiser, thank you very much to join our interview. This week, China's parliamentary season kicks off at a very special moment after COVID-19 amid the China-US trade disputes. So what's your expectation towards China's two sessions?
Well, I think it's an important time to set not just the policy framework for this year, but also give some preview of the key themes that might go into the 14th five-year plan, set the sense of direction for economic policy in China. And so it's important, it's good that it could take place. It's been delayed for 2 months, but now the COVID situation in China at least seems to be more or less under control, so we were happy that it got launched today.
Friday morning, Chinese Premier Li Keqiang delivered a government work report. Among these kind of reports, which kind of policy do you feel most impressed?
Well, I think everybody, initially remarked that the Premier decided not to announce a growth target for 2020. We think that's a good decision. There's just simply too much uncertainty out there to know exactly what the growth rate will be. And rather than focusing all energies on trying to achieve a particular growth target, I think it's better to make sure that policy has sufficient flexibility to adjust to an environment that's still, as I said, quite uncertain. The other thing that was noteworthy, I think, in the report is that China's policy support to the economy has a strong fiscal element. And again, I think that's a good idea in the sense that the key problem that the world is facing at the moment, certainly China is facing at the moment, is a lack of demand. And fiscal policy has an important role to play there by making sure that people have more money in their pockets, that those that don't have jobs or that don't get paid their salaries have access to some kind of social support that will encourage them to continue to consume. And I think in that sense, that was an encouraging signal.
What's the biggest external risk or challenges do you think China is facing right now in terms of economy?
The global economy is perhaps the biggest risk because that's not under China's immediate control. We're going to see deep recessions in Europe, in the United States, in North America more generally, but also in the whole developing world. The consequences of those deep recessions on the societies, on economic policy are, not entirely clear. And so China needs to, I think, maintain its own policy flexible enough to be able to react. I think the other thing that we're seeing is, a lot of countries getting more skeptical about globalization. China is a big beneficiary of globalization. We believe globalization has generally brought benefits to developing countries. China could make a contribution in that regard by opening its own market even further, by demonstrating that it remains interested in trade, not just as an exporter, but as an importer, not just as an investor, but as a recipient of investment. I think that would be an important contribution that China could make to make the post-COVID-19 economy more stable and more welcoming.
Thank you very much for your interview. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.